Welcome to Thinkers IAS. In this video, let's discuss about political, economic and social life during Mauryan Empire. This completes Mauryan Empire. After this video, let's pick a different topic in the ancient history. This topic is important because in the recent past, UPSC has been concentrating on political, economic and social impact of the rulers on the masses, on the society, rather than their political conquests or invasion on different rulers. Okay, so here it is important. That's why I am stressing this point. So Mauryan Empire has been marked with political stability, a long period of political stability through great rulers like Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara or Bimbisara, Ashoka and others. Uniform administration, that they had the centralized administration. Everything has been fixed, everything has been controlled through bureaucrats, okay, in a orderly fashion as referred in the Arthashastra of Kautilya, okay, that is a state great book, okay. So first let's discuss about the Mantriparishada, that is the council of ministers. So king was helped by council of ministers, Mantriparishada, but they are only a recommendatory body. Okay, so final decision is taken by the king, but he give respect to their values and views. Adhyaksha was the head of council of minister. Okay, preferably a Purohita. There, the Chanakya played that role. Composition of the Mantriparishad was as follows: Adhyaksha are the bureaucrats. Second book of Kautilya of Arthashastra discuss about this. Duties of government superintendents. Okay, Adhyaksha Prachara contemplates a ubiquitous bureaucracy, that is bureaucracy which is present everywhere in every walks of life, okay, which keeps in touch with all the sections of the society. So these superintendents were called Adhyakshas. So Adhyakshas composed of highly skilled secretariat, as we have in the present day administration, central secretariat in Delhi. They have the highly skilled secretariat divided into different departments, okay. So they have different departments like accountant general, royal treasury, treasury superintendent and mine superintendent and gold superintendent. So you need to remember the ancient names as well for these, because these are asked in the prelims examination. Okay, so that is a trend here at present. From the ancient history, they ask the ancient names with reference to the present day context. So Akhala Padyaksha, that is accountant general, and Sannidhata means royal treasury, and Kostagara, treasury superintendent, and Akaradhyaksha, it is mine superintendent. We know Suvarna means gold, Suvarnadhyaksha is gold superintendent. They have a well-built and espionage, that is detectives were there to provide inputs to the king about various activities in the kingdom. They were called as Gudha Purushas. Gudha means secret agents. So two types of spies are there. One is Sanstana, Sanchari. Sanstana means stationary spies, Sanchari means wandering spies. They act as eyes and ears to the king because he come to know about the treachery, about the different conspiracies against the king in different parts of the kingdom from various enemies, okay, both inside and outside the kingdom. So agents include households, merchants, disciples, ascetics, bhikshus, poisonous girls. They maintained a group of girls as poisonous girls called Vishakanyas to trap the enemies, okay, through seduction. Okay, so army overall in charge of the Mauryan army was commander-in-chief. He was the immediately junior to the king. Okay, so he is placed immediately junior to the king. There was a war council, so decisions were taken in groups, okay, by taking into confidence of other important functionaries as well. That is the important thing. Collective leadership, collective decision making is there. Okay, so which formulated policy for infantry, cavalry. Infantry means a segment having the equipments, war equipments, cavalry, the foot soldiers, elephants, okay, and chariots, navy and commissariat. Okay, so these are the things. So they had a transport department as well. That is interesting. Separate department for road. So width of the cattle track, pedestrian, chariot and traffics were different. Okay, so according to the necessity, the width of the roads were designed, and there were trunk roads which were managed by Department of Roads. So avenue trees were planted on either side of the road to benefit the villagers, to benefit the travelers, to get the shade during their travel. Okay, so inns, the hotels, highway restaurants were constructed at places on the road. Nurseries and drinking water facilities such as well canals were also provided. So that is well built transport machinery. Infrastructure was at better position during Ashokan times than the present. At present we have. So agriculture, Sita Adhyaksha. So Sita Adhyaksha was the chief of agriculture department. This is important. Please remember this term. Sita Adhyaksha was the chief of agriculture department. There was full-fledged irrigation department as well. So Pushyagupta, who was a provincial governor of Chandragupta Maurya, constructed Sudarshana Lake at Girinar in Gujarat. So rice of different varieties were grown. Kondrava was a kind of coarse grain. Wheat, pulses, saffron, mustard, linseed, sesamum were grown. So that is the thing. The caste system and slaves. So it has also reference to caste system and slaves. So Megasthenes written that there were 7 castes. These include philosophers, farmers, soldiers, herdsmen, craftsmen, magistrates and soldiers. So here caste system was not based on birth, it was based upon the occupation. So your occupation determines your caste. So if you're a priest, you're a Brahmin. If you're a philosopher, you're a Brahmin. Okay, and if you're a soldier, it belongs to soldier caste. That is the thing. That is the important thing. Marriage and polygamy were also both present. Please remember from Prince's point of view. And let's discuss about the Mauryan art. So Mauryan art had developed importantly. So Palace of Wood, Megasthenes in his Indica referred about Palace of Wood. It was a large palace during the Chandragupta Maurya. Interestingly, Ashoka built 84,000 stupa to spread the message of Buddhism. Okay, and rock-cut caves at Barabar Hills, located near Gaya, also a representation of Mauryan art. Okay, so this is the world surviving rock-cut caves. Nagarjuna Hill rock-cut caves are of Ashoka and his successors as well. So Barabara caves are of granite-cut origin. Okay, so Ashokan pillars are other marvels of Mauryan art. So Ashokan pillars and edicts, monolithic pillars, they showed the excellence of artwork of Mauryan artisans. Okay, so we can divide the art into royal art and popular art. Stone pillars, edicts and palaces can be considered as royal art, and Yaksha and Yakshini images are the examples of popular art. Yaksha image from Parkam, Yakshini image from Besnagar are the examples of popular art. So interestingly, they also registered births and deaths. They had a mechanism for census at that time also. Okay, so they registered all the births and deaths. They have a separate officer called Nagarika, census officer. He keeps a ready reference data of the farmers, cattle, trade, cow herds for taxation purposes. Okay, so they had efficient taxation. Okay, based on Arthashastra of Chanakya. Public health, there was universal public health service. It is free for all. Okay, there were proper hospital. Beshaja means doctor, please remember. Appointed along with a team of midwives, nurses. Treatment was free universally. Okay, it was funded through the money collected from taxation. Okay, food adulteration was punishable offense, which inflicted a death sentence. That is a grave mistake at that time. So crimes and judiciary, suppression of crime, maintenance of peace and protection of the subjects were the chief duties of the king. That is the thing. Economy, here the revenue and taxes. So the concept of responsibility accounting was there at that time also. So preparation of budget, activity planning, reporting on the revenue and expenditure, responsibility of both revenue and expenditure are there at that time. Okay, so revenue received from treasury, received by treasury is from different economic activities. This include farming, mining, forest, pasture land. Okay, the chief source of revenue, however, is from land. Okay, farming, land tax, collected by the revenue officers. So more productive land, irrigated land invites more tax, and less productive land invites less tax. Okay. So foreign trade, they have brisk foreign trade by means of land and sea. It was prevalent. Trade routes were called Vanikapatha. Okay. So here the provincial administration was also streamlined. Mauryan Empire was divided into four provinces, north, south, east and central province. Northern province was called Uttarapatha. Okay. The capital of this northern province was Taxila. It has different mandalas, that's not that important. Dakshinapatha means southern province. The capital is Suvarnagiri. And eastern province called Prachyapatha. It is in Toshali, capital, near Kalinga. Central province is Magadha. So in order to establish responsible administration and in order to respond immediately to the needs of the local people, provincial administration has been maintained by Mauryan in order to communicate with the people directly. Okay, so four divisions: north, east, south and central province, Uttarapatha, Dakshinapatha, Prachyapatha and central province. Okay, so district administration, they have district officials as well. Each district was administered by three officers. One is Pradeshika, Rajuka and Yukta. Okay, Pradeshika, Rajuka and Yukta. It is the duty of Pradeshika to tour the kingdom every 5 years and collect details of administration. So inputs about the society helps in better policy formulation. Okay, so village administration. So village is smallest unit called Grama. The head of the village is called Gramika. Okay, so we know that. Gramika was not paid employee of the government but was elected by the village people. Okay, so 10 villages, okay, 10 villages were collectively headed by Gopa. Okay, okay, so Gopa is the head of 10 Gramikas. Okay, and 100 villages were collectively headed by Stanaka. Okay, so Gramika at the Grama level, 10 villages together is administered by Gopa. Okay, and 100 villages, that is 10 Gopa, were collectively headed by Stanaka. Okay, Gramika in open panchayat solved most of the disputes, petty disputes. The situation is not bad as we are having at present. So that completes the discussion. So this is with reference to our current affairs analysis course. So you can subscribe to that if you have not subscribed already. It's a wonderful course which gives you the current affairs analysis from both prelims and mains point of view. We are also explaining economic survey topics as well. We are also providing revision videos for prelims. So duration is 1 year. You can subscribe to this course thinkersias.com/current affairs. So thanks for watching.